So, here are some ideas for birth control that does not involve hormones as much and is not 50 years plus down the line. My first, and I want to get away from hormones and stuff because of side effects, or if someone wants to go on hormones for some other reason. And so it's also more compatible with traditional methods. So my first idea is to make a variety of implantation barriers. So maybe this is something you inject that it stops anything from implanting into the uterus physically, more so like an extra thick membrane or mucosal membrane or something like that that's not harmful. Some cons of this idea is that you also have to probably make it so it sets with the period and stuff, meaning that it would not be a month to a year long thing. It might not be the most pleasant, most comfortable thing. Now, if you can make a long tube that injects it, it might not be the most painful thing either. Another one that you could use for implantation barriers is a gel coating or coating you put around the male genitalia to prevent implantation that way. Both of them could work on either ends. Another one is just to make sure that we develop existing ones and make them better, more affordable, and safer. Then another idea that a lot of people have been looking into, and I'll link to some videos about it, is an egg or sperm barrier more, and that's not an implantation one, but just that stops eggs and sperm in the first place. That's made by, for example, an injectable liquid into one of the tubes that carries the eggs and stuff. And this liquid then can be, or gel, can then be removed pretty safely, as experimental trials indicate, and could also be effective male birth control that is safe and effective and completely reversible. There is also maybe, if you do it on the male side, maybe even we'll see that the semen looks a little different, and therefore like a visual inspection to see if someone's lying or not lying. This might be important in tests. Another one is to see if someone could use a copper IUD. Copper IUDs can be more effective than hormonal ones and have less side effects. In a few people, they have really, really bad side effects, and mainly due to copper allergies. So if you're able to better test for those side effects, many more people can use this, because for them, it's a safer alternative compared to everybody. Maybe not. Copper allergies are not very well understood, so there's that part. And also, in testing for copper allergies will also help other people in the future with other things with their body, like certain jewelries they can use, or if they can take in certain other types of implants. So some thoughts right there. Another one is to, instead of doing more expensive procedures to put stuff in parts of the body, can we design devices that guide themselves up different tracks, making it less painful? And we might be able to do this because we've had robots that can be guided by magnets. We can miniaturize electronics, so there's little motors that move stuff by vibrating or shaking or turning stuff, like piezo motors that swim, and you can power that by an external source. It's also little even kind of like chemical rocket engines, so not rocket engines with dangerous chemicals, but at least little bubbles that move them. It can control where the bubbles are released to move them in different directions. All that might make doing procedures like this less painful. Another idea is to tie up the tubes, but using a soluble knot device that later on we can just, with injection, dissolve away with a safe solvent or some other chemicals, make them go away. So another idea is to have a device that uses an app that can track whether someone has had certain procedures done and has like a photo ID or something after you log in, prove it to a partner. That way you can tell your partner, yes, I actually had this procedure, so they're not lying or making up stories. And that can be a sign of trust and promote it, because then now people want to get the procedure so that, yes, they need trust, because it's a way of testing. Again, not perfect, that people figure out ways around this. And it also might have some privacy issues. So it'd have to work around privacy issues. There's many ways you can make this app safe, privacy-wise, for the company not holding your data and other ones. The problem is, can you trust the company to actually implement those ideas, or will they just be outright lying? Another idea that might go into the hormonal, actually, as I said, we really talked about, but anyways, is that you could have a tampon that's built into it, different releasing of contraceptive chemicals or more, and by that one, you can match it better up to someone's period or natural cycle than you would have otherwise done, for maybe less side effects and more effectiveness, because those cycles do naturally vary. One from more the policy side for passing ones is that right now, male birth control is not passed for a variety of reasons. One of them is that it's based on side effect to the individual. Now, men do not get the worst side effects because they don't, males do not get the worst side effects because they don't get pregnant. So by making these health laws a little bit more stringent, so it's not only them. So you have, for example, for the male side, you can have it. So it also includes side effects for the females. Another way of redoing it is also to look at the chances that certain things like condoms and stuff reduces STDs. Another one is to include penalties like into it, like that the like child care and stuff you have to pay for. And include that and saying that it saves you this amount of cost every year. Another one is to saying that do they feel like it's worth it themselves instead of just in general. But also we might want to think about laws in general to redo them, to make them take into account other people. Like maybe some medical treatments should take into account that you don't get other people around you as sick, for like vaccines and stuff. Maybe that's also something to look at in the future. Another idea is that to make lube in a variety of ways, as they do it, but I'm saying work on more promoting more birth control. It can be that it has spermicides that actually kill sperms. It could also be something that just traps sperms physically in it, and something you apply for pleasure, so more like apply it. Or it can be something that tricks sperm to go in the wrong direction, which is not the most effective, but everything adds up together. Another thing that could be done is to see if any of these methods fail, is to have some sort of better fertility checking thing, which is a lot easier for sperms than eggs. And this fertility check could also make you something that partners might want to talk about and double check, so they're more confident in each other and can get lies more easily detected, so people are less likely to lie. It could also have the benefit for reverse for finding fertility problems in the first place. And as a precaution. Another idea for a more futuristic medicine is something that tricks certain parts of your body down there to think that it's starving. And when your body is starving, doesn't have enough nutrients, it shuts off fertility stuff so you can survive. Now, if you're on your whole body, this might be bad for your metabolism. If it just targets egg and sperm production, you have less sperm than eggs produce, not the same side effects as hormonal might have. Another idea is that we have some of these chemicals produced by microbes and stuff. That way we can make it safe release long term because there's never like a vial that could break or something using all the chemicals at once. And we have ways of killing these microbes quickly if you have side effects without doing surgery or something. And it can also be to make them have cycles or something like the microbes sense native environments and changes how much hormones or other chemicals it gives off, depending on the day or chemical environment it senses. Another one is to figure out how to make things that look like fake eggs, human eggs, and that can trick sperm into going to the wrong direction to some extent, or implanting these fake eggs and just releasing their stuff. So to decrease this, the sperms actually go to the right place. Well, thank you very much for listening. Please like and subscribe. It really helps turn out. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers a year and 4,000 watch hours, which is really hard, but with your help, I think I can do it. Or if any of these are future videos, comments, or suggestions, please leave in the comment section below. Again, thank you very much. Goodbye.